Hello everybody, welcome back to another LEGO City update. Today I have some big news for you guys. There's some big changes that have happened to the LEGO City and you'll probably see them going around the track right now. That's right, it has to do with LEGO City trains. I have the high-speed passenger train going around the LEGO City right now on an elevated track. There it goes. So I'm pretty stoked to reintroduce the elevated track back into the LEGO City here. It was actually my project for the day. I got it all done in one day, which actually surprised me as it took a long time. But I think it looks pretty good and I'm pretty pumped up. There's some growing pains with it and there's some adjustments that we have to make moving forward into the future. I'm going to show you guys how I went about doing it and also what I plan to change about it moving forward as well. I'm pretty pumped up. It's actually not a new thing. It's something that I had in the old LEGO City layout in 2019, 18, and 17. And now I'm super pumped up to get it back into the 2020 layout. And there's actually a few reasons I decided to do it. It's because I just ordered the new blue LEGO City passenger train. So now we're going to be able to have 2 or 3 different trains going around the LEGO City simultaneously. So I'm pretty pumped up, to tell you the least. So I have no idea how many parts and pieces I used to create this elevated train track, but I'll tell you one thing, it is a lot. You can see I've used all the pieces in my LEGO collection essentially. That's why you'll see some odd colors like those orange bricks there. And also some Technic elements in multiple colors like red and yellow as the support beams. Mainly what we use to raise the train track is I use these. These are 2x2x10 support girders. And I use lots of those. They're 10 studs high, but then I also raised it up another 4 bricks so that larger trains such as the cargo train can fit underneath it. I did think that the cargo train caboose was the tallest train that I had. I actually made an error. The tallest train that I have, believe it or not, is actually the Disney train. And that smokestack there just barely fits underneath and in some cases hits the support girder on the far side and is removed. So even though I say I'm finished this project, I'm nowhere near finished because I have to go around and raise it all 1 more brick. Now there's a couple different ways that I did it. So here you can see I used sort of a linear pattern where it's just the support girders that are holding up the track. And underneath you'll see I actually used some 1x16 bricks all the way across just to give it a little bit more rigidness and stability. So that's actually a new way that I've done it there. I never used to do that in the past because I didn't think it'd be sturdy enough, but actually, as you can see, it holds up quite well with the high-speed passenger train going around it. Mind you, the high-speed passenger train is quite light. The other way that we do it is like this, where we use 2 girders, 1 on either side, with the 1x16 brick going across. That sort of creates a really heavy duty sound system for the track to go on. And the reason I have to do it this way, I do prefer to do it the other way because the other way there's a lot more visibility, but back here there's just not enough room, so it does have to go over top of the bottom track. So using this method you're able to support an elevated track over top of a lower track. Whereas this one, in the linear one, I sort of offset it so that it goes onto the road a little bit actually. So it's just offset from the lower track. The reason I did that over here is because I didn't really want to cage the lower track over here because I want to see the trains as they go around. So now when both trains are going around simultaneously, you're going to be able to see them both rather than having the bottom train caged underneath the elevated train. So that's sort of my thought process there. Could I get away with doing 1 support girder, no support girder, 1 support girder? Yes, and alternating it? I probably could. You'll see that in some areas That did work for me. I just reinforced it using some tiles, like right there. Put some plates on the bottom and reinforced it with the tile. However, when you see the train go over that section, you will see it flex a little bit. And I'm just not a huge fan of that. I want it to be sound and sturdy. So I ended up using every single track interval. That's another thing that I used a lot of. A lot of straight track went into creating this. And I think that's one of the reasons why it took me so long to get this system back up and running in 2020. Because I used to use all this track underneath here, turn the light on, underneath here where the train yard is, but you can see where has all my track gone for the train yard, and also the train traverses that allow the trains to travel from down here up to the Lego City. So I've taken all the track from there and from the traverses to create this elevated track system up top here. So eventually I'm gonna have to fork out a bunch of money to buy some more track. How much train track do I possibly have to buy? Thankfully the passenger train is gonna come with some track, but I think it comes with just a pitiful amount of straight track, and it's mostly curved, which I already have way too much of. So there are lots of things that I'm still working on in regards to trains. Obviously I have to get more track for the train yard underneath the table there. I also want to create that system here where there's a double track, so we can have the Disney train going around the amusement park with a different train going around the Lego City, and now we can have the train on top on the elevated train track as well. So technically, once I get all the changes done that I want to get done, we're going to be able to have 3 trains operational down or up here, and once we replace all this track down here, we'll be able to have 2 trains operational down here, making it a total of 5 trains running around the Lego City at once. That's ultimately my goal. However, I still need to make some modifications to the raised track portion to accommodate the higher trains. Darn you, Disney train. And I also have to order a whole bunch of pieces to get rid of these weird colors. I want to make them all black just because it looks a little better and cleaner. Also, in regards to creating a double loop here for the trains, I also have to think about if I'm going to take the new elevated train track and put it through here as well, using a couple switch tracks so that it follows with the ground double loop. I also have to think about how I'm going to modify both of the train stations so that guests and passengers can board the elevated train both here in the amusement park and also over here at the regular Lego City train station. So I have to adjust both of those mocks so that they can accommodate the elevated train track. I finally have enough projects where I'm going to be able to place a mass bricklink order. I have to order the pieces for the train track and the elevated train track. We have to order more pieces to increase the size of our Avengers Tower. Also increase the size of our Sig Fig Tower. Increase the size of the office tower, that white one there. No, I don't think it's big enough yet. Also, this desperately needs to be increased as well. This is the new hospital modular building that I made. If you haven't checked out that video, make sure you check it out. I used one of the Lego City hospital sets and a bunch of pieces from my own inventory, but I need to order some more stuff for that. And I also need to order more pieces for the under the sea area, some more colorful pieces and coral reef and stuff like that. So now that I have so many pieces that I need, now I can place one big bricklink order, maybe from a couple different sellers. I get some pieces from my bricklinker here in town and maybe one of the big ones out of the US or Germany or something like that, and try and get them all the pieces that I need from maybe 2 different sellers. So that's really about it for today. Huge progress here in the Lego City known as Brickmanton. I really like the high-speed passenger train zooming around on the elevated track. I think it's absolutely incredible. I cannot wait for the blue passenger train to arrive. I actually ordered 2 of them, so we're going to be able to create a new train, which is going to be one of the longest trains. It's going to be 6 cars long, so I'm pretty pumped up for that. And we're going to have that going around on the bottom and the high-speed passenger train going around on the top. So That's gonna be wicked, like, wow. So much happiness happening right now here in the Lego room. Make sure you guys stay safe. Stay tuned for some more great stuff. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and bye for now. I wanted to give a special shout out to all the people who supported me using Super Chat and Super Stickers during my live streams. Thank you so much, it's highly appreciated, and make sure you stay tuned for more live streams as I'll be building all of my Lego sets using the live stream function here on YouTube. Thanks a lot, stay tuned, and we'll see you again. Bye for now.